Hi guys, this is Noko and this is part 1 of my back pain management series. I want to thank you for leaving comments because they are the reason for these videos. One thing that struck me is how so many of you have back problems. The truth is that everyone at one point in our life is going to have, chances are is going to have back problem. I personally started having back problem in my teenage years, and I wish now that at the time somebody had showed me what I know today and that what I'm going to share with you. But instead I thought I had to push through, which I did. So my back pain kept getting worse and worse, and they would last for 3 weeks, 2 months at a time, until I had my son. I was carrying my son under one arm. He was 1, my daughter was 3 under the other arm. I had the diaper bag, and as I put them on the floor, I felt the worst pain ever. I recall laying in the emergency room and thinking to myself I would rather go through 10 natural deliveries than having this pain. To this day, this is the worst physical pain I've experienced. And the surgeon came to me and told me that one of my discs had burst out and a chunk of a disc was leaning on the root of the nerve. So he had to go and clean up the nerve and seal the disc or remove the disc. And he said that there's a chance that I may not be able to walk again, or that the back pain I've had so far would come back. I spent 11 days at the hospital under heavy doses of morphine, and when I left the hospital I was only allowed to lift 1 pound, and I was told that the recovery would take about a year. And it was a very difficult time because I was already teaching aerobic classes and kickboxing classes, very high intense activity classes, and I couldn't imagine my life without exercising. So I started yoga, and I did not like it. It was too slow, I couldn't focus, but little by little I felt the benefit and eventually fell in love with yoga. And now I can definitely say that it saved my back. I cannot spend I cannot spend a week without doing yoga. If I stop yoga for about a week or more, I get my back pain. Otherwise, it's really rare for me to have back pains. If I do, it's about maybe 3 days at the most. So in this video, I'm gonna share you what I do every single day before I even get out of bed. It only takes minutes. But first, we need to talk about the spine. So for this part, maybe you can join me so you'll understand better what I'm talking about. All you need is a flat surface, and later on you'll also need a couple of pillows. I'm going to lay on our back with our knees bent, and I'm going to ask you to notice the arches in the back. There's an arch in the low back and in the neck. So I'm going to ask you to close your eyes and imagine you're looking at your spine sideways. Notice the parts of your body touching the mat. You have the back of your skull touching the mat. You have your shoulders and upper back, your tailbone, and then your feet. And then in between those areas, you have the arch in the low back. I'm sorry, this is the cat running. And you have the arch in your neck. Okay, so you can open your eyes. One of the key concepts you want to have in mind when you think of your spine is that you want to maintain those what I call neutral alignment. This is a safe position for your back. Beside this, there are a few things that need to happen to reduce either the discomfort in your back or to make your back feel strong, to strengthen your back. One is what we call mobility. Your body is made to move. Every joint is made to move. When you move your joint, you lubricate your joints because you release synovial fluid, And this fluid maintains the health of the joint. It makes them, keep them flexible. Second thing, you want strong muscle to support your back. So some strengthening exercises that we'll go over with these videos. And then you also want the range of motion, the flexibility. So those are the three things: strength, mobility, flexibility. Okay, so keep this in mind and start looking at your lifestyle. The reason of your back problems could be simply that you don't move enough. You're sitting all day in your car, and when you sit in your car, chances are you rounding the low back, so you're not maintaining. You're moving away from the neutral alignment of your spine. When you're at your desk, chances are you maybe leaning your shoulders forward, your neck forward. So you change and you move away from this neutral alignment. What we're going to address today is first look at your mattress and how it's supporting the neutral alignment of your spine, and then look at how you sleep. So for your mattress, everybody's different, and I wish I could tell you which mattress works for you, but it really depends on the neutral arches that you have. Some people have deeper arches. They may need a different mat than somebody who doesn't have as deep arches in the back. It depends definitely on your weight. If you heavier, you'll need probably a firmer mat. And then there's just how, everybody's different. So the best advice I could give you is try, first of all, look at your own mat and see if he has like a hammock shape. If he has a hammock shape, it's really bad for your back. If it's the case, maybe try to place your mattress on the floor for a week, sleep on it that way for a week, see if there's a difference. And if it makes a difference, then it's time to change mattress. And I know that mattresses are very expensive, but if this is the only thing that's keeping you from having a pain-free back, it's worth the investment. So the key thing I would say is try to find a place where they have 30 or 60-day trials. Then you can return the mattress or exchange it. You should be able to do this several times. Because the truth is, if you try a new mattress, chances are it's going to be comfortable. But when you sleep, your muscle relax completely. It's different from just trying out the mattress. Even if you try it for an hour, when you're not sleeping, it's different. You have to try it for the whole night. So look at that. Now let's discuss your sleeping position. So you need your pillows. Growing up and as a teenager, I used to sleep on my stomach with a pillow. So you can imagine here, okay, what happens to the cervical spine. First of all, is no longer aligned with the spine. It's lifted, and then there's a rotation. Okay, and you spend the whole night with this rotation. So imagine spending several hours with your head turned to the side and lift it. So this can cause definitely upper back pain and also low back, because when you lift the upper back and the shoulders, is going to arch the low back a little bit more. And this is the heaviest part of your body on your mattress. So your mattress is going to sink here, and then you increase the arch by lifting the head. Okay. Also, the other thing I used to do, sleep that way with one leg lifted. So it means there's another rotation here. Okay, my hip bones are no longer facing straight down. One is tilted and lifted. So another rotation, so my back is arching because of the pillow and the weight into the mattress, and then it's twisted. So this is the worst probably position you can have. Let's look at side sleepers. So again, okay, the key would be to maintain the neutral position of the spine as you sleep. So when you sleep sideways, again, if you have a big pillow, you have to look and maybe ask somebody to look at your spine from behind. See if your neck, if your head should be aligned, basically should be that height, so that I have my neck in the neutral alignment compared to the rest of the spine. If your pillow is too high, Okay, again, you're gonna have your head tilted to the side. Or if there's no pillow, same thing, there's no more alignment. So you have to find the right pillow. And then with the hips, same thing here. Okay, depending on your body type, people have a thick torso, maybe there's no space here, which is a good thing when you sleep because you have support. Now, if your mattress is too hard and you have maybe wide hips, wide shoulders, that's a hollow space. You want to fill this space, so you want a mattress that's going to be soft enough where you have support right here. And I know some people, they use what, I don't know how it's called, but it's like a donut that goes around. It's made to sleep, so you have support on your side. The other thing, when you sleep sideways, a lot of time you stack your legs like this. So again, the hips are twisted sideways. So one thing that I found that makes a huge difference for me is, okay, you can grab either one pillow or two pillows depending on your hips, but I use those big things here. And you can either stack your legs if it's comfortable, so that your legs, there's the same distance, still maintain the same distance here as when you're standing. Same distance between your knees. So you can be right here. Because if you're here, if my foot is hanging again, I can strain my knee. So this can create another problem. Okay, so you want something that's gonna be between your thighs, your knee, and your ankle long enough. So this is very comfortable for me, and I can tell you there's a huge difference between sleeping with this or just sleeping without it. I feel a difference in the morning. Now the thing is, I usually don't spend the whole night on one side. So this is what I do. Okay, I turn with this. I just go the other side. Now with the blanket, sometimes it can be a little bit messy, but that's the best thing I can do. So if you don't have this, in the meantime, you can just use your pillow. But you notice with the pillow, this one is really soft, so it's not thick enough, wouldn't work for me. And it doesn't go all the way down, so I would have probably to put it right here. This is okay, but it's not as comfortable as having this thing here. Sleeping on your back, same thing. We want to maintain the neutral alignment of the spine. So if I'm sleeping here, I have the hollow part right here under my neck that I have to feel. And same here. So you want a mattress. Your mattress probably won't be able to feel this, so you need something. Now look at what happens if I have a big pillow. Okay, my face is no longer facing up. I can look right across the room rather than, being right here. My eyes are facing straight up. Pillow's too heavy. I'm looking, it's comfortable, but if you spend the whole night like this, chances are you may start having problem in your neck. So you want to find pillow, it's comfortable, and with the pillow you feel the support right here, you're still looking up. Same thing, you want a mattress, same thing under your back, you want a mattress that will support your arch. So if, for myself, I like mattresses that are pretty soft because I'm light. If they're too firm, it's like sleeping on the floor. It's very uncomfortable on my low back because there's absolutely no support. One more thing about the spine, you'll notice when you extend your legs, okay, earlier you had your knees bent, and you can try again. Same thing on the hard surface, your knees bent. Eyes closed, focus on the alignment of your low back, and notice what happens when you extend the legs. You start to over arch your low back. So you can open your eyes. So one thing that you can do is place another pillow under your knees. So this one for me is not thick enough. You can also purchase wedges. Although it's probably not that comfortable, spend the whole night on them. But this is, you have to find a place where it's very comfortable. And this is even a position you can get into when you come back from work, just 5 minutes in this position. Fill up the hollow parts of your spine or on your back in something underneath your knees. It feels really comfortable. So my advice is try, look at your mattress and try to adjust your sleeping position if you're not already using this. See in the morning how you feel and try it for a whole week or even longer. Now I'm going to share with you the one thing I do every single morning, first thing in the morning when I first wake up. It lets me know if my back is going to have a good day or if I have to invest a little bit more time and to work on my back before I get my day started. When I first wake up, what I do, pull my knees to my chest. And if it's a day when my back's not doing well, I'll feel it right away. So I start moving, small movement, and the better my back, the bigger the movement. And some morning I just do it 5 times because I don't feel anything, so I know my back is fine. Other times I have to do it maybe 30 seconds. I may have to move much slower. And what happens when you do this, you're basically doing kind of your cat and cow, but it's a very small movement because you have the support of the spine. You have the support of the mattress. Now for those of you who have thoracic spine discomfort, thoracic means from the lower ribs to the shoulders, you can do the same thing with the chest. Okay, you push the chest out and in and out and down, or with the neck, same thing, you remove the pillow, oops, or a tiny pillow maybe, and very gently, slightly tilting the chin up and down. And as you get warmer, you can go further up and further down. And then I do a gentle twist. So I fold my pillow, scoop my hips, drop my knees, keeping my shoulders facing straight up. Yeah, hold it 30 seconds. Should be a somewhat comfortable position. If it's comfortable, after 30 seconds, you can go a bit deeper. I wouldn't go all the way without pillows in the morning, but maybe just 1 instead of 2. And then I switch to the other side. And again, if it's a day that's when my back is uncomfortable, I may barely twist. I may just drop the knees a few degrees to the side. So this takes about 1.5 minutes. If you do 30 seconds rocking forth and back and then 30 seconds on each side, doesn't take long at all. Next, when I get out of bed, most people do this, they go straight up that way. When you do this, you strain your low back. Okay, so if we're working on the low back, this is really bad. What you want to do instead, roll to one side, use both hands to come up into a seated position. Okay, so now I'm sitting up, and let's say it's a day where my back is a little bit tight, so I keep working on it. I keep trying to move the joints in the spine, moving the vertebrae, because as you move the vertebrae, you basically supply some synovial fluid, so there's less friction, your joints feel looser and less painful. So you can start here, same thing depending on where it is. You can start maybe just the chin, the thoracic spine, or the entire back. Small movement first, and then you can go deeper. You scoop the tailbone under, tucking the chin under, and then pushing everything out. And you can do this maybe again 5 times, maybe 30 seconds, until you really feel your spine warming up. So by then, most days I would say my spine is fine, but every so often I still need something else. So we're going to go back to the mat, and I'm going to show you what you can do to engage, to fire your back muscles to get the spine ready. So we've done the cat and cow, and you can also do it on the floor if you're able to go a little bit deeper. And the next thing I do, I'm gonna start to fire my back muscles, to engage those back muscles. A lot of time, your back issues could be, as I said earlier, lack of movement. You have a sedentary lifestyle, you spend hours in your car or at a desk, and then it can be also that you don't have enough muscles. It's the back, but it's also the glute. So what we're doing now is engaging the back muscles and the glute. So you find your neutral position. Imagine you're laying on your back, as we did earlier when we first started laying on the back. You can again start by closing the eyes, and imagine you look at your spine sideways. You want to find the neutral alignment again, the neutral arch in your neck and lower back. You can open your eyes, and from here you're going to extend one leg. This leg should be fully engaged. If you're just hanging there, you're not engaging much of your glutes. So really push. Imagine you're pushing something with your heel. So you push all the way. And as we do this, we tend to lift the hip. So what I want you to do is tuck your tailbone under. Scoop your tailbone under here. And you'll feel that you're even engaging your glute even more. Press your shoulders away from your ears. Belly lifted. We engage the whole belly here, pressing the ribs up, because your transverse abdominis muscle attaches to the spine, so you want to engage this muscle as well. And here, maybe you find, and you don't want to go any further. Okay, if it's bothering you, you can do with your knee curl. If not, you extend the leg. You can hold it 30 seconds. And maybe the next step, you even extend one arm. So here I can choose to hold it if this is the only thing my back is allowing me to do for that day. Making sure you avoid looking straight ahead, because look at my neck, I'm arching, so long neck. And if you're able to go a bit further, you can tap down and up. Okay, so you strengthen your back, your shoulders, your glutes. And for me, sometimes just doing some strength exercises for my glute can solve my back problem. And then you come back to center. You can do your cat and cow, maybe 3 to 5 times. And then let's go to the other side. Belly lifted, neutral position, alignment in the spine, extending the other leg, tucking the tailbone under, extending the other arm. Option to hold 30 seconds, to tap down and up. And then again your cat and cow, 3 to 5 times. And one last thing, we want to stretch the spine, lateral stretch. So I bring my ear towards my hip and my hip towards my ear. It's not a big movement, but it's still a stretch. Okay, so that's my morning assessment. And again, it takes just minutes to do it. Set your clock maybe 15 minutes earlier in case you need to do a little bit more on your back. And next time I'm going to show you a morning workout. You can do a yoga workout, yoga conditioning workout to really fire those muscles, loosen up those muscles so that you have a great day. Thank you for joining me, and see you again soon. Namaste.